And we have also developed some of the materials that are very easy to understand. If you look at that picture, it almost gives you a holistic view of the work you're trying to do. When you've got healthy households, healthy ecosystems, and livelihood securities, you can be sure most of the issues have been sorted. If your ecosystems are not doing very well, if your functions of the forest are not doing very well, if your soil is bad, if the air is bad, then you've got health issues. If health issues get into your family, and in Africa, not very many people have got insurance covers. It's very few. Actually, it's the middle class going up. So the rest of us do not have health cover. So if your family is not feeling well, then all your income goes towards meeting the health costs. That means that your poverty, you get sinking into a deeper and deeper hole. But by this kind of picture, when we present it to the community, we ask them, is that the kind of future that you want? If it is yes, then we ask them to get involved. You need to plan, and you need to act. By promoting peace and peaceful coexistence, we have seen that that one is a key milestone to making the work that we are doing meaningful. Because if we plant so many trees, if we do so much work around protecting our space, then all of a sudden we come down and fight, all that breaks. I'm sure you've seen what happens to countries that have gotten into war. One time they're looking all so beautiful, the next time they look like shells, isn't it? So as a country and as an organization, we have now started looking for leaders who drive the politics of the day. And we are asking them to commit by signature, to pledge to keep peace for the nation, on behalf of the nation, and to keep peace because of the next generation. So right there was our former Prime Minister who made a peace pledge. The one on this other side is our former Vice President, and we committed him to make a pledge to sign for peace, that in whatever his endeavors are, that he will not ask communities to rise up and fight for his own interests. Down here are children that we've been able to bring together. These were 1,000 plus children who came out together to send out a message to the government that they are the generation that is looking up to them to hold peace for them, so that they can be able to go about with their daily activities as children. The IKEA Club, formed by Joroge. Joroge is this boy that you see being awarded at the bottom. His work was inspired by the work that our founder, Professor Wangari Maathai, did, and he has been able to form a club that has mobilized children to plant over 15,000 trees, and he's become an ambassador for children, and talking about environmental issues and mobilizing children to understand environment and to understand that they can also be environmental change agents. And with that, I want to show you a short clip of what we've done in terms of advocacy and making people understand the connection between environment, good governance, and peace.
The tree is living, it's beautiful, it inspires, it grows upwards, it gives shade, it brings back life. And so the tree, for these people, becomes a symbol of hope that they can do something for themselves. You cannot give up. You cannot put yourself at the mercy of exploitative system. You must empower yourself. You must break the cycle. So even by starting with such a simple step of just digging a hole and planting a tree, it's like you are planting hope in your life and for your descendants. Well, you know, I'm a child of the soil. As you grow up, you go with your mother to the land. And as you cultivate and remove the weeds, there is a feeling of contentment. A feeling that you are one with the land, the child of the soil. As I listened to the women from the rural areas, it occurred to me that there is a problem going on the land.
I was hearing many rural women
complain about the fact that they did not have firewood, that they were losing a lot of their topsoil, and that their children were suffering from diseases associated with malnutrition. They were also complaining that they did not have enough water. And I eventually connected it to the fact that water was disappearing because we were deforesting our catchment areas. That's what gave me an idea. Well, in that case, why not plant trees? I asked the women. Let's plant trees. And the women said, well, we would plant trees, but we don't know how. And we called the foresters. They came and they talked to two women. They did not really see why I was trying to teach illiterate women how to plant trees, because to plant a tree, you need a diploma. I said, well, I don't think you need a diploma to plant a tree. I said, use your woman's sense or whatever there is. And so they just started very, very, very small, very, very small. And before too long, they started showing each other. And that's how that effort was replicated several thousand times. And before we knew, we had thousands of people doing the same thing.
I'm so thankful for the knowledge of Greenbelt movement. I alone, I could not make it. I couldn't even get a dress. I didn't even have a bed or beddings. Because of the knowledge I gained from the Greenbelt, I am now able to dress well, to sleep well, to eat well, and to do anything. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The little grassroots people, they can change this world.
You cannot protect the environment unless you empower people, you inform them, and you make them understand that the resources are their own resources, they must protect them. So the movement now has started as a tree planting campaign. It is still a tree planting campaign. That's how we enter into communities. But it is a little more than just the planting of trees.
And so, in about 30 years, we have been trying to see how we can reclaim those natural resources, reclaim the land, heal the land, by doing something that is very simple and doable, and that is planting a tree. And so, although the symbol that people know us by is the tree, and some people cannot see what the tree has to do with governance or peace, when you go deep below the branches and sometimes deep in the roots, you will see that not only were we planting trees, but we were planting seeds of peace, seeds for democracy, seeds for respect for human rights.
Fred på jorda avhenger av at vi makter å trygge livsmiljøet. MaD står i fremste rekke i kampen for å fremme en økologisk forsvarlig, sosial, økonomisk og kulturell utvikling i Kenya og i Afrika. Nobel Peace Prize laureate for 2004, Wangari Maathai, to come forward to receive the gold medal and the diploma.
We humans are only part of this ecosystem. And when we kill part of this system, we are killing ourselves. That's what we need to understand, that this ecosystem must remain as it is, it must be sustained, because in its survival depends our own.
So, thank you very much. That was our founder. Those are the words of our founder, the late Professor Wangari Maathai, the first woman in Africa to get a Nobel Peace Prize. And she gave us a mantle and a legacy to carry forward. And this is the forum where I'm asking you can also make a difference. You can also make work meaningful. You can also make it meaningful for communities out there by ensuring that our environment is secure, by ensuring that we have got access to resources, and that ensuring that we are peaceful as a region, and as a country, and as a people. Thank you very much.